review of the Honda CR-V. This version is the 2014 model and it was sold in Vietnam for about 2.5 times more expensive than the US model. This is a 2.4 liter engine with the I think this is a 17-inch alloy wheel in silver. Alright, I'm gonna do the just quick walk around for the car. Okay, this car is only have the sunroof roof at the feature, and you may see the tail what do you call it, tailwind on the back with fog lights, cruise control. That is the option for those cars that sell in. Okay, what you are seeing is the headlight, the projector headlight beam for this car. Based on the manual, it's gonna be a HID instead of the regular like just a lamp like my Camry if you watch my video. The front grille of this car is already redesigned to make it look more like, you know, like bulky looks, and I think to me it's quite interesting. One thing I like about this car is the auto you know, like flip in and out of the rear mirror. I don't think this option is you know, like common use in the state. Let me try it. As you can see. Alright, inside of the car, you're gonna see that it's quite bigger than the previous model, quite comfortable. I told 1.8 meters, and the driver's seat is very comfortable. I'm gonna go to the other side and show you guys. Okay, this is the back. There's no power liftgate for the car, which is not on the key. You have to manually lift it. I mean, this is power lift assisted, but it's no like automatically like one push button. You have to pull it up and put it down. The rear seat here, you can see, which is the most feature that people will gonna talk, is it's like 60-40 full split. If you want to use more of the cargo, you're gonna do the 40 split, and the other way it's around. This is on the rear seat too. Driver seat area, you're gonna see this car is feature more like it black interior, full leathers. This is not like real leather, so, and 8-way power seat. Okay, this is the interior of the car in the driver view. I'm gonna swing my camera on the right side just to show you like how it looks like. Okay, this one doesn't have the LCD or navigation, just simply because I don't think it needed. Like right now, most of us want to use the smartphone for, you know, like to use as a GPS or like entertainment thing. The only thing we may need is just, you know, the USB and the aux jack, so in that way we can connect our device to the car. Here you're gonna see the dual climate control, which I really like it. It doesn't help much, but let's say if you cold person, you're gonna switch on your side, it's gonna be 25 Celsius degree, and on the other side the other person is hot, turn 17. So what is the average? You know, like the other person, they still get cold. Now go to the steering wheels. This is what I like more personally as a driver, because we're gonna pay more for, you know, a little bit of fancy on the wheel. The wheel is leather wrapped. It's not like stitching on the top here like the Camry. I think it's okay. That that is not a big deal for me. The touching of this is feel very good. Like it's smooth and soft, even though this one is plastic. Yeah, but then one thing, if you have nails like me, or somebody gonna say, oh ew, that's ugly, it's you have to use the inside to push it. And actually I think that is the design, because if you keep pushing like this, it's gonna scratch the surface of this one, which is, I mean, I really like this kind of touching. Okay, the horn position, because this car is in Vietnam, we're gonna use horn a lot, so the horning it's in the right direction. Like, let's say you're gonna push it like this, I don't think people are gonna push it like this way. So but horning position is fair. It's not so bad. This is the main information system thing. I think I like it. The car the new Honda models, they now featuring the econo mode, which is, it's gonna turn green on this, like partial moon shaped things. The brighter the green, the better your gas mileage, and it's gonna turn white or less green if you like try to race the car, race the engine. Also, when you are in the econo mode, all the system in the car is try to optimize itself for a better performance, and I mean better performance in terms of like economic. And this one, it just like the info center of the car. It's gonna show you time, volumes, let's say what you are listening, and this and that. Okay, since I mentioned earlier that this car has the Bluetooth connection for the phone, however, it's quite different compared to my Camry. Which is it's not like an obvious like Bluetooth connection for the music. So this is what I'm kind of worried, because I feel like I was cheated, because from Bluetooth connection to the music is not that hard to make it available. And yeah, so it's quite a disappointment for this one. Let's talking about the ventilation, and like for this one, I don't think people are gonna do much of the review on this part. But like on some low quality car, this part is not feel as good as this one. It's gonna be flimsy, but this one is very smooth. Material is nice. This one gonna attractive dust quite easy, but I think it's also easier to clean, since my finger I can slide it through. So most of my car cleaning stuff is gonna be easy. Okay, now going to this section of the car. This is something that I kind of like from my previous Camry, but sorry, I have to compare it with the Camry because that's the only car that I have most experience with. I don't have much experience with the Honda model. So okay, so here, if you start to turn on the light and you forget to take the keys, turn it off, it's gonna start to crying, say, hey, you forget to turn off the alarm and you have to do this and that. So that's what happened for those cars. I think this is, I feel like the Honda build is quite based on the US model car, or sometimes it's a Volkswagen one, because it's gonna beep like that. So for me, I need to go back home to read the manual. Let's say if it can still beeping, but let's say for the Japanese car, I kind of believe that they gonna makes the car like automatically shut down after like 10 or 15 seconds. Okay, so sorry for holding on the screen for a long time. So this is a shift control of the car. This is my least favorite part of the car. This one is still run on the regular, like the traditional transmission, which is the 5-speed. I think it's fine and fair for this transmission. It's translates smoothly from one to another on the highway. So far I didn't do any rush acceleration, so I couldn't tell like how tough is it. But like for like cruising, normal behavior driving, that would be fair. Moving to the some part of the, what do you call the armrest. The armrest on the driver's side, I'm 1.68 meters. So, and my car driver's seat is, I think it's in the high. Give me one moment. Let's say, okay, this is the maximum. This is the maximum height. So when I light the light like this, it's gonna be fine. It feel a little bit, my shoulder gonna be like way too low. But this is the highest position, and if I put the camera like right in front of my eye levels, this is how the view gonna be. In this position, you're gonna have the armrest a little bit low to your end. But if you tall like 1.7 or 1.8, I think this should be fine. The armrest gonna be, can slide back and forth. It's very sturdy. Like you have to use a little bit of force here to move it. It's only one compartment. There's no second one here. The clip right here, it's quite big, so I think it can stand for some abuse here. Okay, so inside here it's gonna be the inside here it's gonna be USB power outlet. So here's like a closer look of the center armrest compartment. It's quite, I don't know whether this is what they do with the USB thing, but it shouldn't be like this. It's wide sticking out instead of, you know, like just provide a plug-in right here. I think this is a sticking out thing, which is not so smart. And I don't know, like the detail in here. This one is a soft section, and this one is something like you can do like coin this and something, but why they use the whole area here for something else, I don't know. I'm sorry, I have to say a lot of something, because I don't know, it's kind of frustrating. I mean, the design is, it's total failure. Like the volume, you cannot do much. All right, on that side is the what we call the glove compartment. It looks big, but it's kind of bulky because of this material here. It's quite heavy, it's quite thick. Like you can see here, the material here is all thick. But you know, anything has its cost. When you have more material like this in the car, I think the value, it's good, because you have high quality build on the car, which is why it's maintained the value better than the other car in the market. All right, there's something that I didn't talk about, is the material in the dashboard. It's all plastic. It's nothing soft here, it's still plastic. So there is some trade-off for, you know, like between a sedan and a crossover SUV for a similar price, because I think for the base model of this CRV and the Camry in the US, it's quite close, a couple thousand different, but I think that's the trade-off for the car, when it's still, you know, mostly plastic on the front. On the side, still plastic. The only thing soft that you're gonna see, which is here. All right. Okay. So also, let's go to the light of the car. This one has no, you know, like automatic turning on, like the daylight driving things, or, you know, because this one right here, I think they disable it, or, you know, like didn't sell with this model for some reason. So